Why, hello there, fellow youths. I'm sure you're hippening and happening, but if you're an artist like me and you're doing the artist grind, sometimes you be mad missing the trends, yo. Okay, sorry. I'll stop. What I mean is, there are lots of cool art trends that go floating around on the internet, so I'm going to try 3 of them today. So here's just 3 art trends that you might have missed. Hello everyone, my name is This Comic Maker, and let me tell you, sometimes when trends or memes happen on the internet, I often let them pass my eyes, but usually I'm either too busy to get to them or they leave just as quickly as they come. I think the only one I've ever actually participated in when it was happening was when everyone was redrawing the cover for that old How to Draw Manga book a while back. So I thought it might be an interesting series of videos to dive back into some of the art trends that I might have missed, and if you guys missed any of them and you find them interesting, then maybe it would be a good opportunity to jump into some of them yourself. But if there are any art trends that you can think of while watching this video, please leave a comment letting me know what they are. I would love to continue trying other art trends in the future as well. To begin, we're going to start with one of the ones that I was seeing absolutely everywhere. It was all over Instagram and Twitter, and I'm pretty sure that plenty of other art websites were doing it too, and that is the SailorMoon Redraw trend. You might be familiar with it already, but if not, it's a trend where people take this screenshot of Sailor Moon from the 3rd season of the original Sailor Moon S anime and draw it in their own style. I really wanted to join this trend as a Sailor Moon fan myself, but man, I was so busy around the time and just didn't get into it. After a while, the trend of course faded out of popularity like all trends eventually do, but I knew I wanted to do it no matter what. In fact, this redraw challenge was actually the catalyst for this whole video idea because I really wanted to give it a shot. At first, I was going to try drawing it in the anime style that I typically like drawing in, but instead, I went with the style I usually draw myself and some of my original characters in, which is more of like a round-faced chibi style. But part of the fun of this is seeing all the incredible styles that people drew Sailor Moon in. It was so cool seeing people draw other characters like Bakugo or Popeye as Sailor Moon as well. I mean, you can like literally go to Twitter and like scroll forever on this hashtag. But that's the fun of these challenges. You can really take them wherever you want or do whatever you want with them. Here's how mine turned out in the end. Pretty simple, but a lot of fun. I really recommend this one if you weren't able to give it a try at the height of its popularity, but I would love to see Usagi and all of your styles too if you haven't. I'll be making an art trends section in my Discord server for a while, so if you end up trying any of these trends today and you want to share them with me, I would love to see them if you post them in my server. But with that, let's get on to drawing trend number 2. The next trend was also one of nostalgia for me, and it's actually a fairly recent one. Go me! And that trend is the Buttercup challenge. This one comes from an episode of the Powerpuff Girls called The Main Event from back in 2000, if you can believe it. The episode is one where Blossom's hair gets ruined by her sisters and calamity ensues. But there's a scene at the very beginning of the episode where the girls are just waking up and Bubbles and Buttercup both have messy bedhead and Blossom wakes up with perfect locks. Bubbles and Buttercup turn to their sister with a smile on their face before brushing her beautiful hair. I think this scene really captured people to redraw this because if you haven't watched Powerpuff Girls, Buttercup is typically depicted as the rough and tough character. So seeing her with tousled hair and a smile like this one was just so cute. I think people just fell in love with it all over again and the trend just took off. For this challenge, you'll mostly see Buttercup drawn in different styles, but you'll also see people taking a crack at the other girls. I especially love this expression that Bubbles makes. Man, that's a mood. You'll often see them all being drawn separately, and initially I was going to draw them all separately too, but I decided in the end that it would be fun to draw them in a scene together where you can see them all. And as much as I love that face that Bubbles was making, to make my scene make sense, I drew Bubbles and Buttercup looking at Blossom the way that they do after they initially wake up and look at Blossom. And I gotta tell you, I loved making this. I haven't talked about it much before, but I was a huge Powerpuff Girl fan when I was a kid, and they were the first comics I ever made. Let me tell you, I used to draw them all the time. They were the first characters that I ever learned to draw without reference. But yeah, let me know if you ever want to see any of those old comics in a video. Anyway, I debated on lining everything in this drawing, but in the end I decided to go with a mix of line art and flat color just like the show does. I especially like going back into the characters and thickening up the line art around them. I definitely recommend giving this one a try. It was an absolute blast. Now, this last trend is admittedly a weird one for me to do because I'm not sure if it ever took off on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter, but it definitely took off on TikTok, and that is the Meet the Artist trend. So first I'm going to talk about the trend while you see me working on some of it, and then I'll show you the finished product after. There have been a lot of Meet the Artist trends that I've seen over the years. Ones where you see what the artist's workspace looks like, or what's in their bag with facts about them and things like that. Heck, I even did one of them on this channel a long time ago, which I'll leave an iCard for here. But this trend took off on TikTok and I saw so many artists doing it. It's essentially a really catchy song that plays stating some facts about the person, and of course artists draw all the stuff you need to know about them along to the words. I've been wanting to do this trend, but I'm not very TikTok savvy. I just like scrolling along looking at the art. So I decided to give this one a try. I'll be posting it as a YouTube short eventually once I figure out how to do that, and to my TikTok as well once it's edited. I don't know if I'll regularly post to TikTok or anything like that, but if there are other art trends that strike me, who knows, I might give it a try. But without further ado, here's the Meet the Artist trend that I worked on.
My name, my age, my favorite color, my height, my sign, do I have a lover? What's my nationality? Here's some things that inspire me, my favorite food, my current mood, and my shoe size.
Now, wasn't that fun? We learned so much! I really liked making all the art for this, and I thought that some of the facts about me might be interesting to share with you. If you got this far in the video though, and just like the song says, you have some things that inspire you, let me know one of them in the comments. I would love to hear about what gets you going. Or if you've seen any other art trends that I didn't mention here today that you would like to see me try out, please let me know all about it. I would love to do more art trend videos like this and share them with you, or see what you were able to do with those trends as well. But that's it for this one, guys. As always, videos like this are possible because of my amazing banana members and people like you who like, comment on, and share my videos. I appreciate you all stopping by, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye, guys.